In this video, we are going to talk about top 10 tourist attractions in Paris, France. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. The magical atmosphere of Paris has a way of romancing visitors, whether the sun is shining on the café terraces of Boulevard Saint-Germain or the Seine River is shrouding Notre Dame Cathedral in melancholy mists. The Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, and the Panthéon are just a few of the magnificent monuments that can be found in this incomparable city. The quaint cobblestone streets, perfectly manicured trees, dainty tea salons, Belle Époque brasseries, and avant-garde art galleries are all part of Paris's allure. The city's buildings are works of art, and Parisians' everyday fashion is worthy of a magazine spread, making the city a veritable open-air museum. The distinctive quartiers, neighborhoods, offer a world of discovery. The medieval Latin quarter's winding labyrinth of old streets, Saint-Germain-des-Prés' legendary café scene, and Montmartre's bohemian village atmosphere. Paris casts a spell of enchantment in every nook and cranny, as well as at all of the famous sites. A single visit has the potential to spark a lifelong love affair. With our list of the top tourist attractions in Paris, you can discover the best places to visit in this magical city. Number 1. Eiffel Tower. What would Paris be like if it didn't have its iconic Eiffel Tower? It was built by Gustave Eiffel to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the French Revolution and was unveiled at the Universal Exposition in Paris in 1889. With nearly 7 million visitors per year and a height of 324 meters, it is one of the most visited monuments on the planet. The Eiffel Tower 58, as its name suggests, is located on the first floor and spans 2 levels, rising 58 meters above the ground. The view from the second floor is the best, with a diving view of the ground below, at 115 meters. Finally, on the third floor, at a height of 275 meters, you can see what Gustave Eiffel's office looked like. It is possible to use the stairwell and climb the steps if you are more adventurous, 1,665 to the summit. The climb to the top of the Eiffel Tower is a must-do if you want to take in the breathtaking views of Paris. Number 2. Notre Dame Cathedral. The Roman Catholic Cathedral Notre Dame de Paris, also known as Notre Dame, is located on the eastern half of the Ile de la Cité and is one of the most enduring symbols of Paris. It is widely regarded as one of France's and Europe's finest examples of French Gothic architecture. This cathedral, which was started in 1163 and finished in 1345, is a sight to behold, with its portals surrounded by his many sculptures and gargoyles that adorn the roof. We recommend walking around the outside of the cathedral before entering and climbing the 387 steps to the top of the towers. The ascent to the top of the towers is strenuous, but it rewards you with a panoramic view of the region and close-up views of the famous gargoyles. Number 3. Louvre Museum. The Louvre is the world's most well-known art museum. This historic building, which is a former royal palace and is located in the heart of Paris, has a total area of 210,000 square meters, including 60,600 square meters for exhibitions. The museum is housed in the Louvre, which was originally a fortress built by Philip II in the late 12th century. The remains of the fortress can be seen in the museum's basement. Number 4. Champs-Élysées, Arc of Triumph. Napoleon commissioned the design of a triumphal arch dedicated to the glory of imperial armies to Jean Chalgrin, who was enamored of ancient Roman architecture. It is the world's largest monument of its kind, having been built in the 19th century. Its pillars are adorned with breathtaking sculptures. On the top of the arch are also engraved the names of 558 generals as well as significant victories. The tomb of the unknown soldier of France is located beneath the Arc de Triomphe. A beautiful view of Paris can be seen from the panoramic terrace above the door. The Arc de Triomphe stands 50 meters tall, 45 meters wide, and 22 meters deep on the Place de l'Étoile, which leads to the Champs-Élysées, dubbed the most beautiful avenue in the world. Between the Place de la Concorde and the Arc de Triomphe, it stretches for 1.9 kilometers. There are numerous high-end boutiques, Louis Vuitton, Cartier, Guerlain, Montblanc, etc., entertainment venues, Lido, cinemas, and well-known cafes and restaurants, Fouquet's. Number 5. Cruise on the Seine. Discover the best way to see the City of Light, especially at night, by taking a cruise on the Seine. The monuments are gradually illuminated as the sun sets. You get a front row seat to the beauty of Paris, including the Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame, Pont Alexander III, and many others. A dinner cruise on the Seine aboard a boat is also an option. You will be welcomed for approximately 2 hours. Number 6. Montmartre. Montmartre is a 130-meter high hill in Paris's northwestern outskirts that gives its name to the surrounding neighborhood. The white domed Basilica of the Sacred Heart, located at the summit, is the most well-known feature. It was finished in 1919 and is dedicated to the French victims of the Franco-Prussian War of 1870. If you're in the area, stop by the Tertre Square, which is just a few blocks away from the basilica. Many artists have set up their easels to paint tourists or to display their work. The Place du Tertre is a reminder of the early 20th century period when Montmartre was the epicenter of modern art, with many artists such as Amedeo Modigliani, Claude Monet, Pablo Picasso, and Vincent van Gogh working there. A few steps away from the square of Tertre is the Espace Salvador Dal, a museum devoted primarily to the Spanish painter's sculpture and drawings. Montmartre is home to the world-famous cabaret Moulin Rouge. Number 7. Palace of Versailles. The most famous castle in France is the Château de Versailles. Versailles was the seat of political power in the Kingdom of France from 1682 to 1789. It was built in the 17th century as a symbol of French military power and as a demonstration of French supremacy in Europe. This massive complex of buildings, gardens, and terraces is a must-see for any visitor who will be enchanted by the luxurious accommodations, lavish decorations, furniture, and gilded Renaissance works of art. The state apartments and the famous Hall of Mirrors, the Queen's Chamber, will be the first stops on your tour of Versailles. Remember to take a stroll through the well-known French gardens. Number 8. The Latin Quarter, Luxembourg Park. On the left bank of the Seine, near the Sorbonne, is where the Latin Quarter of Paris is located. Many higher education institutions, such as the École Normale Supérieure, the École des Mines de Paris, and the École Polytechnique, are located in the Latin Quarter, which is known for its student life, lively atmosphere, and bistros. The Latin language, which was once widely spoken in and around the university because Latin was the international language of learning in the Middle Ages, inspired the area's name. The Luxembourg Park is a public garden that was created in 1612 at Marie de Medici's request to accompany the Luxembourg Palace. It is affectionately referred to as the Luco by the Parisians. The Palais du Luxembourg, which houses the Senate, is surrounded by a garden. It has been redesigned by André Le Notre and is very pleasant to walk around. There is also an orchard, several varieties of apples, an apiary, and an orchid collection in the greenhouse. There are 106 statues, including a bronze replica of the Statue of Liberty, as well as 3 beautiful fountains. Number 9. Moulin Rouge. The Moulin Rouge is a cabaret that is credited with being the spiritual home of the famous French cancan. It was designed by Joseph Oyer and Charles Zeidler in 1889 and is located at the foot of Montmartre Hill in Pigalle. The cancan, which was first introduced as a courtship dance, gave birth to the cabaret, which is now found in many countries around the world. The Moulin Rouge is now a popular tourist destination, attracting visitors from all over the world. Its style and name have been copied and borrowed by other nightclubs around the world, including in Las Vegas. Many films, such as Baz Luhrmann's 2001 film starring Nicole Kidman and Ewan McGregor, have also contributed to the cabaret's reputation. Number 10. Disneyland Paris. Mickey Mouse fans can visit Disneyland Paris, which is 32 kilometers from central Paris and has a connection to the RER suburban line. Disneyland, with Sleeping Beauty's castle, and Walt Disney Studios are the 2 theme parks that make up Disneyland Paris. Space Mountain, It's a Small World, and Big Thunder Mountain are 3 of the most popular attractions in the park. What do you think above places? Which one of the above you wish to visit or have visited? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications before you go. Thanks for watching.